Okay, so today is something I've been really excited about talking about. So, I've been practicing mindfulness and meditation for about 7 years now. It's done wonders for me, you know that I've talked about it, and we have a part of the app that's all about mindfulness and meditation, and we're going to expand on that a lot this year as well. I'm very excited. But one of the most important aspects, and one of the things that I enjoy the most about it, is dealing with gratitude. And when I journal about gratitude, when I spend time reflecting on gratitude, it's amazing to me how it lifts me. And you're like, okay, that's great. What's that have to do with resolutions, which is all about what you've been talking about the past few days? Well, here's what I think is really important, that practicing gratitude on a regular basis can give you an incredible strategic advantage in your life, your career, any opportunity you want to go after. Now that seems kind of funny, like strategic advantage. We're talking about gratitude. It should be a nice thing. We're not trying to get ahead of everybody. But what I mean by strategic advantage is giving you tools that will strengthen you. And I was thinking about, how focusing on gratitude allows you to root yourself. And rooting yourself is really actually, the basis of this. So I want you to think back. Was when you were growing up, did you have a tree that you like to climb, or trees that you love to look at, or even today? But I always like to think about the tree. There was a tree in the yard of the house that I grew up in, and it was an apricot tree. So it wasn't a huge tree, but it was really old, and it had really strong, deep roots. And as a kid, I could climb every part of that tree, and I wasn't worried about it breaking. In fact, probably once or twice, my father probably tried to come after me in the tree, get me to come down, and I didn't want to go in for dinner. And it held him too. But you think about a tree that has deep roots has some really incredible advantage. So it allows them to, live longer, to have thicker branches, bear more fruit, bear more leaves, bear more pine cones. So the deeper that the tree is, the deeper the roots are, the stronger that tree also can withstand, big storms. It can, handle a lot of other negative things that come at it because the roots will keep it in a solid place. I view gratitude much the same way, that when you practice gratitude, you dig deeper, stronger, thicker roots for yourself. And that means not only can you handle different things that come out at you, but you can also focus more on growth. And you can focus on growth that actually has some very incredible new opportunities, like going to places you might not to. On the flip side, when you think about a tree, sometimes in a forest, there'll be a bunch of trees that are really, really tall and really skinny, and they're fighting for the sunlight, so they're just pushing themselves out. And they may be taller than the trees around them, but they're not stronger. Just because they're taller, just because they are more visible, doesn't mean that they're stronger or better. In fact, many cases, they're not at all. They are much weaker. They've spent so much energy trying to shoot up that they've never been able to take time to work on their roots. And so they have less branches, less fruit, less pine cones. And they don't do as well unless they're surrounded by a lot of other trees that will buffer for them to withstand the elements that may come against them. I know this is really deep, isn't it? I don't always get there. But I really firmly believe that gratitude does this to all of us. It allows us to have strong roots. So with the theme of this, kind of concept of resolutions that are really about making significant choices. And as I told you yesterday, my theme for this year is to find synergy and balance between my business, my personal life, and my relationship with myself. So I wanted to share just a few things that I'm really grateful for. First of all, let's talk about my business. I am so incredibly thankful that we withstood and are still standing after 2020. As I've shared with you guys before, prior to March of 2020, 95% of my business income came from me getting on airplanes to go speak and train around the world. When that stopped, we could have folded up our tents. We could have just said maybe we'll wait it out. But instead we pivoted and we made hard decisions and we made tough decisions and we made challenging decisions, but we made a lot of forward progress. And I'm so thankful that we had that resilience, because not only is it making our company stronger for today and tomorrow and the future, but is building new opportunities, new branches that I would have never dreamed possible. So we took the time this year to strengthen the business roots and make sure that we weren't just operating as tallest tree, but that we were really trying to get and maintain a strong foundation. In my personal life, I'm so thankful for my relationship with my husband in particular. This year has been amazing. We have eaten lunch together every single day, which we couldn't when we were both working and going all over the place. We have spent time really focusing on what some of the next chapters in our life are. And we just are about to wrap up, I'm very sad, 3 months of a road trip that has been absolutely incredible and powerful for not only our relationship, but our view of the world, and our view of the world and how we enjoy it no matter what comes at us. Unfortunately, tomorrow we have to head home. Kind of bummed about that, not gonna lie. But the last one, which I'm really very, very grateful for, is my relationship with myself. Done a lot of work on that. Something I'll always continue to work on. But interestingly enough, one of the podcast guests that you're going to hear from in February has opened the door to me to a whole new level of understanding about one of my gifts that I actually never valued as a gift. And she's helped me to see it as truly something that when I can use it will become my superpower. And I never looked at it that way. So my relationship with myself has changed dramatically. What's part of me that I used to think was something that brought me down is now actually something that I see as incredibly beneficial. If you want a sneak peek at that, then pop us an email at sypapp@shockyourpotential.com. And I'll send you a little video clip, because it is phenomenal. I can't wait to share her with the world. And finally, when we talk about gratitude, I'm so grateful for all of you who've been a part of our app, who've been a part of our community. In fact, we need to come up with a name for this community. Haven't gotten that yet. The Potential Club? I don't know. We're getting there. If you have ideas, send them to us. But I'm very grateful for you, and I'm so excited for what we have to come. This tree has strong roots, and so do you.